Alright, hey YouTube, this is Hokey Homebrew. We're going to do another beer review today, one of my beers. Actually, I don't know if it's carbonated. We got Mike here with us, he's from our brew club. Say hello, Mike.
Hi.
And really what I'm doing here is I'm sending these beers out to competition, and I don't know if they're carbonated yet, so this might be embarrassing. I don't know if this is going to be carbonated, but we're going to go ahead and do a review. I got him here to help me drink these, so we're going to do this, right?
Sounds good to me.
Alright, let's see if we hear a hiss.
Oh yeah.
Yep, sounds good. Thank God. Okay, this one, oh, look at the smoke.
Yeah.
That's nice. So this,
you might want to pour that.
yeah, so is it coming up?
Yep.
Oh wow, it's a little over-carbonated. Well, this one is a American Rye Ale. I used 4 pounds of rye and then some 2-row to give it that, enough rye to give it that spicy rye flavor. So here, I'll show the color of this guy. It's kind of hazy. I just chilled these really quickly. I don't know if you can see that, but we got really good carbon bubbles coming up, hissing from the bottom. Same with you, obviously.
Yeah.
Kind of an orange, hazy color.
Yeah. Orange, hazy, well retained.
Yeah, the head's
Off-white head.
nose. I'm getting kind of a,
I'm getting a little hop aroma.
just a little bit, yeah, but I'm getting like a spicy kind of.
Yeah, I can see
note.
that. Possibly like an
rye.
American or a noble hop.
Could be.
If you use noble
I
hops.
don't honestly remember which hops. I'd have to go look at my beersmith file, but I'm getting the.
Could be the rye.
The rye, yeah, I think it's the rye. So let's go ahead and try this.
It's a little bit spicy.
There we go. I'm getting that rye spice. It's very carbonated.
Very carbonated.
Bubbles are
Almost
just,
like a Hefeweizen.
yeah, it's hissing in your mouth.
Mm. It goes down and expands.
Mm-hmm. And the thing is, for these, I only used, since I kegged most of this, I only bottled a 12-pack, so I used the Cooper's carb tabs. And I only put 1 tab. They recommend 1 tab per bottle. That's what I put in here, so.
It overcarbonates with the Coopers.
Really?
They're really good for Hefeweizens and things where you need about 4 volumes of carbonation. But if you want to do a little bit less carbonation, you need to get them chilled sooner so they don't sit and continue to carbonate.
Could you just like chop a tab in half, maybe?
I've tried that. You don't get quite enough.
Okay.
You need like 3/4 of a tab.
Okay. Cool. Well, anyways, I mean, I think it's a good flavor, over-carbonated, but it's definitely a spicy rye flavor. What do you think, Mike?
There's a little bit of acidity that you get from the overcarbonation, but it goes down smooth and it's very drinkable.
I agree. Cheers.
Cheers.
Mm. So that's the Rye Ale. I have a couple more of these. So I'm going to send this one to competition. I think it's good enough to be in the rye category at least.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it does. Next up is the, what are we doing? The Hefeweizen. So stay tuned for that. Hey YouTube, we're back with another review. I'm Ben. This is Mike. We're going to do another review. We just did the Rye Ale, so go back and check that out. Now we're going to do the Hefeweizen. So here we go. Hopefully it's carved up. But with those Cooper tabs, it probably is, as we figured out. Oh yeah, it's going to be another hisser, I have a feeling.
Well, that's how it's supposed to be.
No, I mean, it's not coming up though. That's good. Yeah, Hefeweizens are supposed to be like 4 volumes, aren't they?
Yeah. So it's good that it's over-carbonated.
Right.
Not bad.
Actually, it doesn't look like it's as carbonated as the rye was. Alright, so color, cloudy, light, yellow, just like a Hefeweizen should be. Could be a little cloudier, probably, but it's definitely not clear, so that's good because the Hefeweizen is supposed to be cloudy.
If you pour a full bottle, you probably get more of the yeast,
That's
which
true.
would probably help with your cloudiness.
It's true, we didn't pour out the bottom. We didn't swirl.
I did.
Did you swirl?
I did.
Yours is much cloudier. Alright, so let's see what the nose gives us.
It's got a well-retained white head. A kind of sour note on the aroma.
Yeah, something.
No
like that.
hop aroma.
What is that smell?
A sour sulfury note. It's almost as though he used a high sulfate water.
Blacksburg water, man.
Yeah. This is made with Blacksburg, Virginia municipal water. No telling.
Yeah.
What the?
It's actually really soft water from what I hear.
I don't know.
Anyways, let's give it a try.
There's very little clove or banana.
It's very light in body.
Very light. It might be that you didn't add. You added the. Did you make a starter for it?
Mm-mm.
You might have over yeasted. If you over yeast, the Hefeweizen doesn't really have time to build its clove and banana flavors because they're made during the growing phase when the yeast are stressed.
Mm-hmm.
And so...
Could be the low temperatures that I fermented at too.
Yeah, you want to ferment kind of warm.
Warm to get those fruity esters out of it.
You want to get fruity esters.
I maintain usually about 68 degrees in here, so that's good for most beers, but probably not best for a Hefeweizen. This man's the king on Hefeweizens. That's his favorite beer to brew. He made a really good one.
It's got a bit of a dry, light aftertaste.
Yeah.
Almost like a wine.
Yeah, it's dry, it's light in body, almost like watery, but with little bits of flavor. Those flavors aren't really clove and banana. They're just
there's a little bit of clove. There's
yeah.
no banana.
Yeah.
And there's an acrid note that I'm not really a fan of. Maybe contamination.
And I used the Y yeast Hefeweizen yeast, so who knows.
I used for mine the
White Labs.
White Labs 300.
Yep, that's the one I used on my last Hefeweizen, and it was a lot more banana and clovey. I think that one has more banana and clove properties.
A lot of banana to that one.
But I mean, not a bad beer.
Yeah.
Still drinkable once again.
I enjoyed it.
Alright, so we will be coming up next with a review of the Oktoberfest. It is a lager style, not the ale style, so stay tuned for that. Hey YouTube, we're back with another review. We're here. This is a new location. Actually, usually I'm in my bedroom, but we're at the bar here. As you can see in the background, we got the Hokey fridge. We'll show you that in a minute. But me and Mike again are going to do a review on the Oktoberfest I brewed that I'm submitting to competition. So let's see what we got going here. Sounds good. Smoke. What we got? Nope. Not going to come up. So good.
Maybe. Yep, it's going.
There.
See it building?
Slightly.
Yeah.
Slightly.
Let me see how it does.
So this is a lager, Marzen style. This is not an ale. You can do an Oktoberfest in both ale and lager style. First thing I notice on mine is a nice dark, like a light orange Oktoberfest color, as you can see. Hopefully you can see. I don't know if the camera picks that up very well. If I put it up in the light here,
You can't see it.
decently clear. Actually pretty clear. A little bit of chill haze, but it's clear.
Yeah.
Nice golden orange. I like the color.
It's got a tan to off-white head that seems to be fading pretty fast. But
So-
there's plenty of lacing.
So in this one I used some Munich malt, Vienna malt, Pilsner, Crystal, and then topped that off with Hallertau hops and Liberty hops. I used the Y yeast, Oktoberfest yeast. So smell, I'm getting a malty sweet kind of flavor.
Yeah, that's about all I'm getting.
No hops, but this style is not really supposed to be hot. This is supposed to be a malty. I'm smelling that malt. How about you?
And that's about it. It's a very sweet smell to it.
Yeah. So, all right, let's do this.
I get a lot of carbonation up front. There's some spicy clove or something like that. Something on the a spicy spice flavor.
Yeah, I agree. But I think that's supposed to be actually part of an Oktoberfest. It's supposed to be.
It might be part of the yeast profile.
Yeah, malty. I mean, what I'm getting is virtually no hops. I guess there's just the dogs are back here fighting. I guess there's just enough Watch. I guess there's just enough hops in the beer to balance it out, not make it overly sweet.
I'm getting a little bit of a hop flavor, but not anything significant. Maybe just a taste of an American hop. A little bit of citrus notes. Very malty.
Very malty, which is what it's supposed to be. So the Oktoberfest.
It's got a good mouthfeel.
Great
and
mouthfeel.
no bitter aftertaste.
Exactly. I agree. The mouthfeel is very smooth, I think. The carbonation's not too bad, actually.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good level of carbonation. Which is kind of weird, these Cooper tabs that I'm using, I mean, we used them in all these beers, and the rye came out horribly overcarbonated. This one's fine, so I don't know how they work, but the Oktoberfest is supposed to be smooth, clean, rich, with a depth of malt character. Maltiness often described as soft, complex, and elegant, but never cloying. Domestic versions tend to be golden, like a strong Pils. Export are typically orange, amber. I would call that this color. Malty with low bitterness, low hop flavor, low aroma. So what we described actually kind of matches up with that, I think. I think it's fitting right in there in the style.
Might need a little bit more hop aroma to be a good representative of the style, but that's somewhat up to the brewer.
Mm-hmm.
Quite drinkable.
No ester, fruitiness, or diacetyl. I'm not getting any diacetyl.
No.
Or any fruit, esters for that matter.
Well, maybe a little bit of fruitiness, but nothing up front. A little bit of citrus flavor from the hops.
Possibly, yeah. Maybe that's mixed in with the sweetness.
Tasty.
Yeah, that's a good beer. I like this one. So I'll be submitting this one to competition as well. So, all right. So next up, we're gonna do a what is next? Smoked porter and a cream stout and I guess that's it. Smoked porter and cream stout, right?
Yeah.
All right. So, cheers.